Okay, today's project is we're playing in the Boxster. I had an issue a couple weeks ago where the ignition key, it went in fine and it started fine the first time I started it. Went up to get gas, stopped the car, put the key back in the ignition when I was done, and it was hard to turn, which was weird, and it felt funny, but it started. So then I went for my next errand, and when I got back to the car, the key just spun. Like there was no friction whatsoever, that nothing happened. So I had the car towed home, diagnosed it as being this guy. Believe it or not, the key goes in that portion. This is the electrical portion of the ignition switch. And what happened was there's a little, where did it go? I don't know where it went. There's a little barrel in there that just sheared off, basically, so the key was useless. This end that I'm pointing at you right now is the the steering lock. So that locks the steering wheel when you pull the key out. So that didn't work either, so I kind of knew what the problem was. So here's the new one, which looks pretty much the same as the old one, except it's brand new. Made in Germany. I had the option of buying one that was $100 cheaper from China, and I decided not to do that because it's only $100, and I don't want to do this again because the job really sucks. But I was able to get it all apart, and it took a lot. It took a lot. Here. So this is the chaos I've got going on. What I did was found it easiest to disconnect the instrument cluster and pull this trim piece halfway around. Luckily it's split on the bottom. And then I was able to get at right back there is where the ignition thing goes into the steering column. So I was finally able to get that bolt out. It's this bolt right here. It's a 10 millimeter and it's like impossible to get at. So that worked out okay. But I'm running out of light, and I think I want to have a beer. So I think I'm going to stop here and finish this up tomorrow. Now that I know what I'm doing, it's probably not that bad of a job, but it's still, it's like they built the car around this thing. And interestingly, I thought this was funny. This is the immobilizer. It's the signal wandler. Germans, it's funny. All right, to wrap this up, I've got everything back together. Putting it back together is pretty easy, actually. If I was to give some top tips on doing this job to replace that huge part when it breaks, because according to Pelican Parts, they always break. The first top tip would be to make sure you get the German one. He said there's a Chinese one for $100 cheaper, and he would not recommend it. So I would go with the German over the Chinese. The next top tip I would give would be to remove the screw that's here, pop this out, remove the screw that's here, lift this whole cubby out of the way, the binnacle out of the way. There's a screw over here that holds this in, screw that holds this in, and you can lift this plastic up because it's split right here for the steering wheel adjuster. Pull that up out of the way, and then you can reach that bolt that's right here. That's a pain. And then the other top tip is you need to get something to push that little spring down. I just used a pick tool with a curved end on it, like boink boink. That worked fine. I'm gonna save this ignition switch for a spare, just because that's brand new. I replaced it like 2 years ago. But yeah, this is what it should sound like. There you go. Haha, back on track.